Right now, there are a lot of different consumer changes that are happening that we're keeping an eye on. And at TripleLift, we really value the consumer experience first and foremost and think about all of the benefits that comes and trickles down to the advertiser and publishers from there. But for new consumer changes of like what's been happening in the market and what is happening in the CTV space, we've really been taking a look at the rise of advertising-supported television, and this is really great. The Nielsen Gauge report just came out just this week, and we saw that some smaller companies like Roku, Pluto TV, and Tubi are gaining a little bit more share, and this is great for a typically supply-constrained environment where we're seeing more opportunities to actually engage with consumers, and that their desire to go in and watch in a lean-back experience type environment. We're also seeing that, which is a little bit of a change, is that consumers are multitasking a lot. So I think about myself when I come home from a long day and thinking about, hey, I want to turn on my favorite cooking show, and then when the ad break comes on, looking at my phone, checking text messages, emails, things along those lines simultaneously while I'm watching. And we're seeing that I'm not actually alone on that. There's 68% of consumers actually use their phone while they're watching their television. So that's a really great opportunity for advertisers to start connecting devices and looking beyond just the CTV screen.
So for consumer expectations, they really are looking for something a little bit more connected?
Definitely. So in terms of like engagement and ways that you can improve the consumer experience, they're really looking for that curated, personalized experience across their devices and screens, and making sure that they're not being blanketed with the same ads over and over again. They're being inundated with media all day, every day. And so any way that we can provide value for them, and by improving the creative experience, improving the curation of the actual content that they're being served, is a win-win to engage consumers better.
So what are some of the challenges, given the fragmentation, what are some of the challenges for advertisers?
Sure, advertisers definitely are seeing challenges with multitasking, although it seems to be an opportunity. Garnering attention with viewers and consumers is of the utmost importance, and we know that the A spot in the pod actually only garners about 40% attention, but there's ways to combat that. So at TripleLift, we developed something called in-show ads, which are ads that are integrated within the actual content that viewers are watching, not necessarily within the ad pod. And this provides a unique opportunity for advertisers to then go in, make sure that their message is being seen, and to leverage those incremental and unique ad placements within the content as a primer or a reminder for the actual spot that they're putting in the pod as well. So it's great for them.
So how do viewers perceive traditional ads versus more innovative ones? What's the difference in terms of their interaction?
So in terms of traditional versus innovative ads, it's really important, while innovative ads are great, that we recognize that traditional ads are great as well, and that sight, sound, and motion is still the preferred way that audiences get their information today. So when we think about ways of how we can bridge the gap between those two things, we see that actually innovation with traditional is actually the preferred method. And when we combine innovative ads like our in-show and our other enhanced spots, which improve the actual spot with product images or QR codes, that the ad experience is actually better, consumers enjoy the programming a little bit more, and that they're more interested in coming back and engaging with that advertiser in the future.
Okay. So I'm not quite sure about this one, but maybe you know the answer. Can you talk about the connection of CTV consumption to other types of media?
Yeah, absolutely.
So good, please.
As we were saying with multitasking and the fact that there are multiple screens that consumers or viewers are watching or engaging with simultaneously, it's actually really great that we can do sequential messaging now with CTV and on web domains. So this is super important for retailers. As we're seeing a rise in retail media, we can now connect the lower funnel objectives of retail to the upper mid funnel objectives on CTV. And for our retailers, this is great because not all retailers have 15 and 30-second spots or ad creatives for the CTV environment. And with the introduction of in-show and enhanced spots, what we can do at TripleLift is provide that experience or a CTV experience for those advertisers only using readily available assets. So our dynamic overlay sits in the bottom third of the screen and leverages product images and a QR code, something along those lines, and doesn't necessarily require them to have all of these really great production quality video assets. So it's a huge opportunity for retailers to get involved and to help with that sequential messaging and pushing consumers down the funnel.
And just last question, what excites you or about what you're working on with TripleLift in the year ahead?
Yeah, so what excites me most about TripleLift is the fact that we are thinking about the consumer first and foremost, and that we were building these experiences on CTV and beyond with a creative first mindset, and making sure that that experience is great for them.